A thirsty day to you, Thirsties! In this video, we will rank the top 15 underrated BL keys from underrated BL series. We will list them based on their country of origin such as Japan, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, South Korea, and of course, Thailand. We suggest that you should watch them and fall in love with this underrated BL series. The list was actually an underrated BL recommendation by Farhana in aminoapps.com. Some of you might disagree due to some problem in the plot or another, but they are worthy of being seen, and it's sad that they don't get attention that they highly deserve compared to the other BL series. Of course, before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Enjoy watching Thirsties! First up, Japan. Osan's Love. The plot is Haruta, a 33-year-old single man, lives with his mother and his man baby who has no idea on how to live independently. Then he decides to live with his co-worker Maki, who is the perfect domestic roommate. But Haruta's world becomes chaos when he gets confessions of love from his roommate Maki and his own boss Kurosawa Musashi. Overall, this BL is hilarious and the story is great. You should watch it. Next, 7 Days, 1 and 2. The plot: Seryu Tuoji has a reputation. Anyone who asks him out, he dotes on them and dates them for a week before he breaks up with them at the end of the week. When Shino Yuzuru gets dumped, curious and as a random joke, he asks Seryu out to be his date and boyfriend. Shino carries on the week dating as a joke, but feelings start to emerge in this unlikely couple. This is an amazing Japanese movie, so you should really watch it. Next is the Takumikun film series. Plot: in his second year at school, Takumi shares his room with G. G was brought up in abroad. G is the one everyone wants to have because of his looks and grades. But G confesses his love to Takumi, and this unsettles him as Takumi has a trauma from his past that prevents him from getting any love, as he hates touching him. It actually has 5 movies, and you will see the blossoming relationship of the two. And look at those kisses. My God. Last entry from Japan is the underrated Candy and Kiss. Plot: Maida Taiki has a very low self-esteem. He considers himself to be very ugly and has accepted that. But he is also in love with a co-worker, the handsome Haruhisa Yagi. To Maida's shock, Haruhisa confesses his romantic feelings for Maida and they become boyfriends. But Maida's insecurities threaten to destroy their love. This is a very short movie that is really worth your while. Let's now move to China and Taiwan. First is Counterattack, also known as Falling in Love with a Rival. This starts off a fake relationship from Wu Su Wei's and as he successfully seduces Ji Cheng. But the line between fake and reality blurs for Wu Su Wei as his feelings for Ji Cheng deepens. Hilarity ensues. This BL deserves so much love and attention. It is genuinely funny and the chemistry between the main BL lead is fire and explosive. It only lasts 20 minutes per episode, so really worth it. Next is Like Love, uncut version. ASEAN is the university heartthrob, all the girls want him, and Maiding is an unpopular nerd. When the two cross paths, Maiding chases ASEAN to be his friend. He attaches himself to ASEAN, but hate soon turns to romance as the lines between friendship and love blur. Overall, this is a sweet romance and you won't regret watching it. Plus, the story is fast-paced, but it is amazing. Next is History 2, Right or Wrong. On the History series, this is the most underrated of them. Shi Yi-ji is a professor in university and he is divorced who has no time for his daughter. After an unusual encounter, Shi Yi-ji's student, Fei Sheng-jie, ends up as his daughter Yoyo's babysitter. When the two start spending a lot of time together, sparks fly. This age gap romance, May December love affair, is so sweet and such. You should watch it. Fanatic Love is next. This is an unusual Chinese movie. I won't tell you the plot anymore because there are a lot of things happening in the plot, but it is a nice little story, interesting, and it has a happy ending. So check it out. But as I said, this is weird and confusing story. Yes, but you will love it. I guess. That's why it's underrated. Uncontrolled Love 1 and 2. Shu Nian is a lonely orphan who just wants love. He is then oddly adopted by Shi Yan, a son of a rich man who wants a companion. 20 years later, Shi Yan returns home after spending 6 years abroad and the two reunite. Shu Nian and Shi Yan have a very close friendship, but unknown to Shi Yan, Shu Nian has romantic feelings for Shi Yan. The chemistry between the two is really good. Watch it. Let's now move to Vietnam and South Korea. Let's start with Vietnam's Comet, I Love You. Van Tan encounters Duong Lam and he always teases Van Tan, teasing him yet also protecting him. Sparks fly between the two as Duong Lam is caught between the two cousins, and a mystery about a student's death looms over their head. It has a fantasy elements and the story is really great, but you will surely get annoyed on the cliffhanger ending. It just ended, so you will wait for the season 2. Let's now move to South Korea's My Pistachio. Moo Yang has a crush on his senior named Hanbit, but he is too nervous to confess his feelings. He is in drama club and Hanbit is directing a play. Moo Young applied as a young actor because he wants to use the play to confess to Hanbit. But Hanbit states that he has already chosen his main lead actor. Will Moo Young get the chance to confess his feelings to Hanbit? The movie is so fast, but you will surely fall in love with it really fast. And now, to the land of BL series, Thailand! This Coming to Me is one of the sweetest ghost and human love story. Mes is lonely ghost until he meets a strange little boy who can see him. The two forge a band and when years pass, they become friends. But Mes soon realizes that he has fallen in love with Tom. But what will happen when Mes falls in love with someone who is alive? Will their love prevail against all odds? That's kind of interesting, right? So you should watch it. Next is Cause You're My Boy, 90. Mort is asked to take responsibility by Tip and ask him to be his fake boyfriend to make Bambi jealous. But during this fake relationship, real feelings start to emerge. Oh, I love it. It is underrated because the story had a terrible theme with it. The writing and story became a bit confusing and weird after episode 7. But still, the love story between T and Mork is superb. Next is My Dream. The plot is kind of interesting. Runway has been having the same nightmare every night ever since his father passed away since he was young. However, when he finds his father's old dream catcher and hangs it over his bed, his nightmares turn into good dreams, especially when he meets the unknown supernatural creature that is P-Dream in his dreams. The supernatural fantasy romance theme of this story is kind of breath of fresh air. Watch it now! Last but definitely not the least is My Bromance. Golf and Bank are stepbrothers who fall in love. But when Golf's father finds out about this affair, he sends Golf to the USA to study while a devastated Bank stays in Bangkok. The last episode is very hot. Overall, despite some little problems, this drama is nice and severely underrated. Apparently, season 2 was in plans, but we haven't heard anything since 2017. Aww. So that's our list of hottest and sweet moments of underrated BL series based on aminoapps.com. So, what are your underrated series that we'll recommend to our co-thirsties? And of course, thank you for watching this video. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, Thirsties!